Hi, I'm Ben from 1 Mile at a Time, and today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite uses of miles, which is redeeming Virgin Atlantic miles for travel on ANA. First of all, if you're new to 1 Mile at a Time, we're all about luxury travel for less, so let's get right into it. For those of you not familiar with ANA, that stands for All Nippon Airways. They are the Star Alliance airline that's based in Japan. Flown them many times. I love them. I love Japanese service, and you very much experience that on ANA. Their first class product is also excellent. Great food, champagne, service, everything. ANA is part of the Star Alliance, which is one of the world's largest airline alliances. But what's cool is that there's an opportunity to redeem miles on them with one of their partners that isn't part of the alliance. So ANA has a partnership with Virgin Atlantic, which is another great airline. Virgin Atlantic isn't part of the Star Alliance, but their Flying Club frequent flyer program has a special partnership with ANA. So you can redeem just 110,000 miles for ANA first class from the US West Coast to Japan, or you can redeem 120,000 miles for ANA first class from the East Coast of the US to Japan. Now, ANA's first class tickets are outrageously expensive. We're talking probably $25,000 round trip. So that is an incredible deal. And keep in mind, we're just over a year from the 2020 Olympics in Japan. So if you're looking to go there either for cherry blossom next year or for the Olympics, this is potentially a really good opportunity. Just to compare these redemption rates, like I said, you're paying 110,000 miles round trip in first class. If you were to book an ANA ticket from the US to Japan with United miles, you would pay 110,000 miles one way. So this is literally the same cost for a round trip as you would pay for a one-way with United. So how should you go about booking this? Well, first of all, you would use any other website. So you could use, for example, United's website or Avianca's website or Air Canada's website to look up award availability on ANA. And if they show first class award availability, it will also be bookable with Virgin Atlantic. However, Virgin Atlantic does not show this award availability on their website, so you will have to call. The good news is, and I'm somebody who hates getting on the phone, is that Virgin Atlantic has the most competent, friendly phone agents of, I would say, any airline out there. They're open 24/7. They're so friendly. I don't think I've ever waited on hold with them. It is such a different experience than dealing with the call center of just about any other airline. The way it works is, usually once I've found the flights myself, just to make it easier, I'll call them up. Then they can put the flight on a temporary hold, and then you can either transfer points to book it, or if you have the points, you can just book it right away. Now, at this point, you might be saying to yourself, wait a second, I don't have any Virgin Atlantic miles. How is this useful to me? The good news is Virgin Atlantic is one of the airlines that partners with quite a few of the transferable points currencies. So if you have Amex membership rewards points, Chase Ultimate Rewards points, or Citi Thank You points, you can transfer those to Virgin Atlantic for the purposes of these redemptions. What's even better is that sometimes there are further transfer bonuses. So for example, I booked this ticket myself last year for 120,000 miles round trip from Chicago to Tokyo. And I did this while American Express was offering a transfer bonus, so I ended up spending even fewer membership rewards points for this ticket. These transfers typically happen pretty quickly, so you can transfer the points after you've put the ticket on hold, and then you can just call back quickly to ticket the reservation. There are some mild surcharges involved here, so if you're booking this kind of a ticket round trip, you can expect it will cost you a few $100s in taxes, fees, and surcharges. And of course, that's not insignificant, but compared to the $20,000 plus sticker cost of an ANA first class ticket, I'd say it's well worth it. I will easily consume more in caviar and champagne than those surcharges on the ticket flying ANA. As far as award availability on ANA goes, they're a little bit inconsistent, but for the most part, it's not that tough to find two first class award seats on them. I've seen that many times. In particular, check for flights out of Chicago and Houston. In my experience, they have the best availability out of those gateways. That's not to say that you won't find seats out of Washington or New York or Los Angeles or San Francisco, though I do find that those are the best gateways. Alternatively, you can also redeem miles for business class, also using Virgin Atlantic miles. That would cost you 90,000 miles from the West Coast or 95,000 miles from the East Coast, and that is an exceptional deal as well. I can't recommend booking something like this soon enough. You never know when this redemption opportunity will change. There's no guarantee it'll stick around forever, but in the meantime, it is one of my favorite uses of miles. So to summarize, ANA has an excellent first class product. Their business class isn't shabby either, and the best way to book that is using Virgin Atlantic Flying Club miles. These are miles that are easy to come by thanks to the fact that you can transfer points from Amex, Chase, and Citi, and that makes it one of the most attainable and good value redemptions out there in my opinion. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know what questions you have in the comments below, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and like.